Welcome to the Season 1 finale of Piped Up. Today, we're going to be looking at the government's plan to finally decouple electricity costs from gas.
This has to happen, man.
We're also going to be looking at some breakthrough battery tech for EVs.
Is that even possible?
And finally, we're going to answer the age-old question of who makes the best gas analyzers.
It's not about bias, it's factual, like.
So let's get into it.
You heard about Rachel Reeves' newest plan?
No.
Well, it might actually be some good news as she and Miliband are actually looking to decouple electricity costs from gas. What's going on with this, Callum?
Yeah, so for a bit of context, electricity prices are usually set by the most expensive source, which is typically gas. Even if a lot of it's actually coming from cheaper sources like renewables, which feels a bit backwards when you hear about how much we're actually putting into renewables and like building that up a bit, especially with like wind and solar. But obviously with the instability around gas prices at the moment, it seems that this has been pushed a little bit higher up in the agenda. So Reeves has been talking about looking into a new pricing model that better reflects where our energy is actually coming from.
I see most of the stories this week very green agended. That's because Callum's done them. Callum's on the green agenda.
Get him! With the pitchforks.
I thought we'd focus on some nice, like, positive, like...
Nice, positive green agenda vibes.
Yeah, chill vibes.
Partners against the green agenda.
You're not triggering me today, thank you.
He thinks it's a money mop-up. It's all a scam. Now, it sounds good, to be fair. This has to happen, man. Like, you know all the things we've been talking about with heat pumps and all of this kind of stuff, like the cost of running them and everything like that. Obviously, the cost of electricity per unit has to come down. And where it's like priced at the moment in relation to the cost of gas, like it would never come down. Like, there would be no way for it to come down. So if they decouple it, it means that it can be priced based on the actual generation cost. Is that right, Callum? So like the cost to generate it rather than the cost, because it is priced at the moment based on the cost to generate it, which is but it's priced based on the cost to generate electricity if you're using gas. Whereas if you generate electricity using renewables, the cost to generate is way less. So by changing that rule where you don't have to specifically price it based on the most expensive like original source, then the cost of renewables can be reduced significantly.
But where's it generated?
What do you mean? Where's renewable energy generated?
No, where's most of our electricity generated?
At the moment, it's mostly from gas still.
Yeah, and where does the rest of it come from?
Renewables.
Most of it comes from France. From EDF. So the majority of it.
No, it's not generated in France and then transported over here.
Is it not?
It's just owned by EDF.
Right.
An extra. So the energy generation in this country, the infrastructure is owned by foreign entities like France, like EDF.
Yeah, I understand that. But what
I'm
saying is she can put caps on what we're producing, but can she put them uncoupling caps on private companies?
Yeah, so it's basically like there's the way that electricity is priced in the wholesale market right now is based on so there's this rule where it's coupled. Basically, you price it based on the most expensive generation source, which is so it's linked to the gas price at the moment, the wholesale gas price. Whereas if you decouple that, then anybody that's producing it, so anybody producing energy with solar or wind has to price it based on as if it was produced by gas. Am I right in this, Callum? Is that correct?
Everything I've looked into with it, that sort of sounds exactly what it is. So basically, it doesn't matter where the sources are coming from; it will always get priced as what is the most expensive one. So even if it's come from like solar, for example, where like obviously it's coming from the sun, it doesn't really matter how much of that's being produced. Even if like 80% of it's coming from solar, it's still going to get priced at gas prices, which is the big issue. So I've also pulled up, I don't know the accuracy of this, but this is supposed to be the National Grid live. So for example, for today, 8.5% of the energy for today is coming from gas, where 65% is actually coming from renewables, with 24.2% coming from solar of that, and then 39.1% coming from wind.
That's mental, because I thought the reason it was linked that way is because we were still producing most energy, like most electricity from gas. I mean, I suppose maybe it changes at different points throughout the year, right? So during the winter, it's probably going to be generally or majority from gas, maybe.
This has a very nice statistic, so you can actually see this. Hey, there you go. So
this is great website. What's this, Callum?
This is grid.iamkate.com. So I have actually seen this a couple times over the year, and I've occasionally looked at it, but sort of gives you like a nice little like. So there you go, for all time. I don't know how long the all time actually is, but like all time generation seems to be 46.4 coming from fossil fuels, 23.9 coming from renewables, and then 23.2 coming from other sources. And it breaks it down into like coal, gas, solar, wind, hydroelectric, nuclear, and biogas.
So did you say that's all time?
That was all time. So I don't know. So
From
this seems
forever?
to go back to
So what about like over a year, for example?
yeah. So the all time quickly just goes back to 2012. It seems past year.
Yeah, that's it.
27% came from fossil fuels, 43.1 came from renewables, and then
Wow.
20.2 came from other sources.
Yeah, so that's mental that it's still linked to the price of the most expensive source, which is the fossil fuel source. So if they do change that and they decouple that, that will be good for everyone because it means the cost per kilowatt hour of electricity can come down, depending on where it's produced and how it's produced, and we might actually get a more competitive energy market. Because those like selling like renewable energy effectively would be able to price it more effectively and more cheaply, and we should get the benefit of that. Whereas at the moment, like the energy companies are obviously often the source that they're buying it for is coming from renewables, but then they're charging us as if it was coming from fossil fuels and just making way more money, and we don't get the benefit. That's how I see it anyway.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much how I would see it as well.
The bastards. No, I'm joking. Speaking of energy companies, I might as well wrap this one up. I got to my resolution with Eon.
Right.
I told you before about Eon and the fact that they were knocking at my door demanding $2,500.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, long story short, I don't know him $2,500.
Right.
We got them down. So I dug my heels in. I told them that they're not allowed to back bill me to 2022. We had a whole back and forth where they were telling me that those rights don't apply to me and that I've got to pay them $2,500 and they're going to take me to court. They sent letters like saying they were taking me to court, and if I didn't respond within like a week, then I wouldn't be allowed to even attend court. I kept like leveling these threats at me.
He loves a battle.
All the while I had this open complaint with them. So they basically broke all their own rules, lied about what I was entitled to the point that, I was just saying to them, look, I'm just going to take this to the ombudsman if you don't get this sorted, because it's absolutely taking a piss. Eventually, anyway, they backed down. They took the $2,500 down to £800 because they can only bill you for the last 12 months. They can't bill you all the way back to 2022. And then I said I wanted some compensation because it took 5 months to get to that point, 5 months of like headache and back and forth and all of that. They offered me £80. I said I wanted 500.
Yeah.
They said, no, we'll give you £100. I said, no, I want 500. They said, we'll give you 150. I was like, nah, mate, I want 500. They said, we'll give you 250. And I said, all right, I'll take 250.
I love it.
But yeah, they took the piss, really. You know what I mean? So anyone out there that ever gets any of these, like gets an unexpected bill for energy usage that is for a past period,
Don't roll over
where they haven't been billing you, just don't accept it. Like they're not allowed to back bill more than 12 months. Just never allow them to tell you that they are, because they will just take your money. Like they're designed to just put you under pressure, to make you like feel scared, to feel like they're going to take you to court, like there's going to be real trouble, like they're going to break in your house and turn off your gas,
red-headed
all of that
letters.
stuff. But they ain't allowed to do it. So anyway, back to this.
It's a nice update, though. We'd like to hear that. A win over the big corporations, just trying it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was going to say we can move on to the next news story, which is actually very closely related. If as we've hinted at previously, it's looking like the UK might actually have too much electricity this summer, according to the National Energy System Operator, or NESO. Expecting at certain points this summer, the UK could actually generate more renewable electricity than the grid actually needs. So the issue isn't just generating electricity, it's what we do with it when there's too much. So what this could mean is that there could be a lot of discounted electricity at certain times, so it might be a good time to stick the fan on full blast, because we all know what the Great British Summer looks like, or charge a car, or or just charge your car rather than the excess energy going to waste. But for me, when I was looking into this, it raises a couple big questions about whether the infrastructure is actually there at the moment. Like, we're putting a lot of money into obviously doing like new solar farms. I think Miliband came out with a new one that's been announced. But then, like, if we're scaling up renewables this much, what if we haven't got the infrastructure for it? And that kind of seems like we're not quite there.
Yeah, definitely not. We need storage, don't we?
Yeah, like
need
them huge
storage.
batteries.
Yeah, that's the only way. It's the only way to do it, right? And to make
One day that'll be the future, won't it?
Yeah, battery storage everywhere. Like,
because Tesla were making them like they're like they look like the back of lorries, don't they? Huge, massive batteries.
Obviously, the downside to batteries is the cost to produce, not just the not just the financial cost to produce, but the environmental cost to produce batteries is pretty high, isn't it? Like, mining lithium and all of that is not. It's not a clean process.
No. And then that lithium only has a certain lifespan, and then it's getting rid of it after, and what they do with it.
Yeah. Although I did hear from my brother that there's a Scandinavian country, I believe a Scandinavian country, that has found a new way to make batteries that doesn't use lithium and uses another material that's just like readily available, abundant, and doesn't have the same environmental cost. Like, when I heard it, I just immediately went home and shorted album. No, I'm joking. I just said to him at the time, I was like, short album mail, short lithium companies, but that is not financial advice, so do not do that. But yeah, it was interesting. I don't know, I can't remember the name of the company, but this definitely sounds very interesting. Apparently, like the time to produce them and the amount they can store and everything is just like so much better than the current processes. So this could be a potential solution to that problem in the long term, which would be good, because producing more energy than we need is ideal. Especially if we can store it. There's an abundance of it, and then the cost of it will just come down massively, won't it?
That would be the future, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because it's all supply and demand at the end of the day. If you've got way too much supply than there is demand, then you can potentially export it, but you can also just sell it way cheaper.
Yeah,
and they'll still make their money. We'll get cheap energy. Our economies will. Then
they'll hit their net zero as well, because more people will be interested in going to heat pumps and stuff, because it'll be such cheap electricity.
Absolutely. You found anything?
There's a couple different answers here from the Google AI overview. One of them sounds kind of similar to what you were saying about. So it says here, Donut Lab solid state battery from Finland was announced at CES 2026 with a battery that claims 400 watt hour per kilogram energy density and crucially 100,000 cycle lifespan, theoretically lasting 270 years, which seems...
Yeah,
pretty good longevity wise.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the one.
And enables 0 to 8% charging in 5 minutes, and is targeted for electric motorcycles. So even though it's for motorcycles, that does seem like there's some sort of technology there.
Yeah, some sort of technology there. But we'll have to check with my brother, and we'll like put something up on the screen or in the description or in the comments or whatever, just to like confirm exactly what it is. If anyone's watching, they're interested, we'll get the exact details from my brother and put it on there, because it is definitely interesting, and it's a solution that's a necessary solution to exactly what you're saying. And if we're at that point now where we're going to be producing more electricity than we need, then that like has to be it's going to be the next kind of frontier, ain't it? It's going to be battery storage, and like how can that be done more efficiently, more cheaply, and just better all round for everybody.
Well, it's also another problem, like obviously where it says here with the motorcycles, that leans quite nicely into EVs as well. So I can't remember if this was like last month or something, but I saw a video from like BYD, the Chinese car manufacturer, where they've got like these new almost like petrol stations, where like you just pull up with your EV, plug it in like you would like a normal car, and I think it was saying it was similar to that actually, being able to charge the car up in like 10 minutes, which just kind of completely changes EVs. But also like, I don't know, if you're going to stop off on a petrol station on the way through, plug your car in, do 10 minutes of walking around the shop, go get some snacks, get some drinks, you're back and your car's basically charged. That's pretty lit.
Yeah,
so,
that is, definitely.
Yeah, so batteries are where it's at, it seems.
I don't know if is that even possible to charge a battery in 10 minutes. I know that like the more capacity it takes, it slows down the process.
I don't know, man. I
know like they have fast chargers in England, but they're about half an hour or 45 minutes and stuff.
I honestly just think at this point anything's possible. Like I would never rule anything out. I'm not like it might not be there yet, but will it be there? You know, will it happen? You know, is that the next thing? Like, and if BYD are doing it, like all of these companies are putting so much time, energy, money, resources, everything into just developing into R&D and developing new technologies. And it's like you've always said, it's like we don't know what's coming. We don't know what's going to be next.
Things are going to change so quickly, so soon, aren't they?
Exactly. You know,
With AI.
and rapid charging like that might just be the next thing. You know.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's possible. Not that I know enough about this, but I just remember watching old Elon Musk talking about it with when you're charging up a lithium battery. I don't know if it's 100% correct. We'll have to check this, Callum. But,
but it might be a different type of battery. It might be one of these solid state batteries. It might be.
Could be.
Because I know phones have recently changed over from lithium. So there's a couple phone models going about now that aren't using lithium that are apparently able to hold their charge for slightly longer and obviously are able to charge a lot faster. And obviously,
because each ion you put in him is saying it's like a car parking. It's like a car park. Like when there's loads of spaces at first, they can all get in quickly. But then when limited spaces come available, it slows down the charging process.
Yeah, to be fair, I think I've seen that as well.
Yeah,
so it's going to be.
You know what I mean?
So if it's lithium, like the properties, like the physical properties of lithium, you can't change and you can't overcome that. But if you change, if you move away from lithium,
you can get a rapid charge in like half an hour or 10 minutes, but it's not actually a full charge. It's like an 80-70% or like an 80% charge of the battery, which is probably still good enough. It's probably still going to get like. I don't know how many miles you get off a full charge electric vehicle, like 300 or something. So maybe 80%, you're still going to get like 260, 250 miles, you know? So which is good enough, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because there's also like for a lot of technologies now, a lot of the quote figures, obviously similar to the motorbike one, go back to that, is obviously a lot of them do tend to quote from 0 to 80%. And it's the same with phones. So even like whenever you get claims on like rapid charging for phones, it tends to be
really,
0 to 80. But then at the same time as well, there's also a lot of new phones, new laptops, stuff like that tend to limit you to 80% anyway, just so you've got that last little 20% more as like safety. So do you really need to go over 80%?
Maybe not.
From like a safety standpoint, unless you really need the extra like.
And if you sit at
miles.
night when you charge your phone, it says like a certain charge and it cuts it out while you're asleep and slows it down for like the last percentage.
Yeah,
of it, doesn't
cuts
it?
out the rapid charging.
Yeah. Save the battery life and things, I think.
Yeah, smart.
Interesting. 10-minute charging.
10-minute charging with BYD.
Yeah, apparently.
Are they out or it's like coming?
From what I'm going off of what I saw on TikTok, it seemed like there was like some sort of complex. I have not looked into it too in-depthly, but it did look pretty...
A BYD, they're a car manufacturer.
Yeah, Chinese EVs.
Because, do you know what? I'm seeing loads of new, like the Jaycos and what's the other one? Maxuses and things like that. A lot of the Chinese vehicles are hitting Europe, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, no, my brother's got a BYD. My mum's got a Leap motor, which is a different.
Because you get a lot for your money. Like, you know, like if you buy a Range or something, like a new Range, you're looking at, I don't know, like 60, 70 grand for a top end one. Maybe more. I'm not 100% sure of the exact figures. But you get all like the fridge, the heated seats, some of the massage chairs. You're getting all that tech, like elite edition cars for like 30,000, 40,000 brand new now with them, aren't you?
Yeah, price wise, no one's ever going to pick.
Yeah, because I've got in one recently, one of those Jaycos, and it was like the Range Rover version. It had everything. For the money, it's decent, you know. You just got to not be opinionated about the brand.
My brother and my mum are both trying to sell me an electric because they're like, oh, well, when it gets hot, we can like pre-cool the car, and like winter we can preheat the car from our phones. I'm like, that does sound quite nice.
It does sound good, doesn't it?
Just like go out to the car, it's already nice and toasty, already defrosted the windscreen.
And also, have you? One of the lads had an electric van. I presume they're all like automatic. They obviously don't have gears. They're not a combustion engine. And I drove one like about a year ago. It was transit, and it's just so rapid. They're just beasts. Like even a van. So like they're just. It's a nice driving experience.
Mate, there was a time
like
where
a go-kart.
There was a time where electric vehicles were slow, right? And then and it was kind of thought that it's just not possible. They'll never be fast. It's not
now
even
they're
possible.
just realistically you see like Teslas racing like Porsches and stuff, didn't you? They're just like eating things up.
Yeah.
You know.
Right, should we play this game? It's a new game.
A new game. It's what we come for.
A brand new game that Callum has.
Do you reckon you're ever going to get an electric vehicle?
Probably. Yeah.
Still thinking about getting a heat pump as well?
Yeah. I am. Yeah. Heat pump, solar, EV.
He's gone to the left side. R.I.P.
Hey, look, I just want whatever's going to cost me the least.
I'm joking.
If it's going to cost me less and I can get it installed for a reasonable price, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
you know?
that's the thing. It's the install cost, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what? At the wedding I was at on Saturday, I was speaking to a chap, and he's just had a heat pump put in, and he said that he got the £7,500 grant,
Yep.
and then the rest cost him 12 grand.
Right.
So he's 20 grand on this heat pump kit, and he was basically going, I don't know how to work it, and the guy, I have to keep calling him back, and like, you know, I've got underfloor heating, and I don't know how to shut it off, and he doesn't know how to work it, and all stuff like that. And I was saying, what did you have before? And he was like, oil. And he was like, but the price of oil, I thought going against it. And I was thinking, how long is it going to take you to save 12 grand in oil bills?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
it's a lot of money.
that's what I just think. I know, like, obviously, it's more for the net zero client. A lot of people do it for.
Yeah, I think so, and I think done right, it can make sense.
He had
but
an older building.
You need but even if you've got an older building, you need to see the sums up front. Do you know what I mean? You need someone that's going to calculate it all out for you up front and say, look, if you spend X amount on the system, then it will cost you.
Then you need
X amount running
solar
cost.
panels and batteries. That's what he's got to have next.
But
So it's just to offset it. So you're looking at a lot of money, and I just don't see. This is why I'm always quite controversial on the subject, because I just don't see, like, if you spend 15 grand on something and then it's costing you quite a lot, like the electricity bills are like 10, 20, like some of the houses I've been round are like £10 a day and stuff. Like, some of them are more. Some house I went around recently was £40 a day they was doing. £40 a day. So where are you saving?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
You're not.
Not on that, obviously. Not on £40 a day.
All it is so you can be like, oh, I'm doing good by the environment. You know, I'm eco-friendly. I've got a heat pump.
Yeah.
That's all it is, really.
For some people, yeah.
Apart from a new build that's been designed for that house.
Not necessarily. Like, I know people that are installing heat pumps into older buildings. They're properly designed systems. They spend the money on the system in the right areas, like emitters, for example.
Like them people you said that design the app.
Exactly.
Like people that are doing it properly. But I just don't think maybe there's not enough people out there doing it properly.
That is a problem. Yeah. There is not enough people doing it properly. There's a lot of people that are just throwing them in because they get access to the grant money and all of that, you know. And
they're advising people poorly.
Yeah, under the old scheme, like there's an old scheme called Eco 4, and the amount of horror stories I've heard about installs going in under Eco 4, and then people I know going back to fix it, you know, and it's just costing people an absolute fortune. But one guy at the minute, that I'm speaking to, one of his issues is that all of the radiators that he installed, this was actually a well-designed system, but all of the radiators that were installed had overstated heat outputs. So it was all calculated out properly and specified based on the heat outputs of these radiators that he'd bought, but the radiator heat outputs had all been overstated. So then the system don't work. It doesn't perform as expected. So now he's got to replace all the rads again, you know, and a whole house worth of rads. It's going to cost him like $7-8 grand.
That's where you need to use that app we spoke about once before. But
you got to use the professionals, the people that know what they're doing, that really know what they're doing, that can sit you down beforehand and tell you what it's going to cost you, and then give you a guarantee. The thing with HeatGeek, what they do, they guarantee the performance. So let's say you agree a system that is going to perform to 340% efficiency. If it doesn't, they'll fix it. They'll make it perform to that level at their own cost. So you're guaranteed that efficiency. And then you know that at that efficiency, how much your energy bills are going to be. And then you know how much the upfront outlay is to get to that efficiency. And then you can quite easily calculate if it's a sensible investment or not.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
That is the way to do it.
You've got to do it that way around. You can't just.
I think too many people, instead of looking at it logically, like you're saying, and they're looking before exact figures and being like, right, this is what I'd actually be paying. This is what I'm going to have to pay to put it in, and this is what I'll save. There's a lot of people that are trying to be too eco-friendly that are just like thinking, right, I'm going to do this because, you know, it's the right thing to do. And then they're just putting themselves in a poor position.
Yeah. It's good to have that, that mindset. You know, you want to do something good, you want to do right by the environment. Yeah. That's great. But you've got to do the sums up front as well. You've got to make sure that it makes financial sense so that you're not really, you know, hurting yourself in the process.
Exactly.
Because it is doable, man, but it is all about the upfront system design.
It's obviously doable because they wouldn't be putting them in new builds and they wouldn't be pushing it. So it obviously works when designed right.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying is that I've seen a lot of it must be like we spoke about the grant, and we also spoke about on a recent episode they're cracking down on that, and they're going to come out of schemes to monitor that. So maybe that'll change everything. Maybe they've picked up on it.
But it's like, as you know as well, like there's massive buildings all around the country that are heated with heat pumps, right?
Yeah,
commercial buildings.
Yeah, but that's a different type of heat pump.
But it's the same technology, right? So they're super, like they are very efficient. Heat pumps are super efficient, right? But you have to understand it's a system as a whole, and it's all about the entire system design. So not just the heat pump. You can't just whack a heat pump in and then it's more efficient because it's operating at a lower temperature. So emitters have to be sized appropriately. As long as you've got radiators, underfloor heating, skirting board heating, whatever it is, whatever emitters you're using, as long as they are sized correctly, you can operate your system at any temperature.
Yep.
Right. So it's about all of that and the whole package, and then how much that whole package costs to get you to the efficiency that you need to be able to then save enough money on your energy bills to offset the cost of the upfront install over a reasonable period of time, right?
Exactly.
Do
you know what? This is why there's a big gap in the market. If you really know what you're doing with heat pumps, then you're there to make there's there to make a killing. You know.
Yeah, man.
So,
well, HeatGeek that we were just talking about, I've just had a massive investment from like a big conglomerate, like a big private equity firm, Carrier. They invest a lot.
Oh, I know Carrier.
Yeah.
I know them well, yeah.
So HeatGeek have just had private equity investment from Carrier.
The company I worked for, big, huge supermarket chain.
Yeah.
That I worked for 20 years doing all their HVAC.
Yeah, so you can imagine,
use loads of Carrier.
Exactly. You can imagine if Carrier are investing, directly investing in HeatGeek, so they're taking a stake in the company.
Then you're laughing.
Yeah, you know. Well, I'm not, because I ain't involved with HeatGeek, but HeatGeek are doing all right.
I kind of had another bit I just wanted to add on to what you guys were talking about with the heat pumps. It kind of, again, follows along with a lot of what we've been covering today. But I think it was a discussion I was having in the office at one point where one of the guys was saying about how UK warehouses kind of feels like a bit of an untapped potential for solar at the moment.
Yep.
So the statistics that's been thrown around here is that apparently only 5% of UK warehouses currently have solar panels. But it's like, you're not taken away from fields at that point by doing a big solar plant there.
Yep.
If you whack them on all the warehouses,
that's a great idea.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Again, obviously, you need the infrastructure and stuff like that.
You do, but we're looking
if
to do
the
that.
energy companies went around to every warehouse and was like, look, we're going to do your whole roof because it's just a dead space, and we're going to we'll tap it into the grid, and you'll get discount electricity or free electricity for having it up there.
Yeah.
We're just going to control it and maintain it. Think what that could do to the grid.
Yeah.
Think how many huge commercial roofs there are, and they're just all direct sunlight.
Yeah. Well, there are people doing it, but we're looking into it for our warehouses.
Like I said, the company that I work for, the huge supermarket chain, they've done it on every roof. They've put huge amounts of, and they're offsetting. They've always been very net zero, sort of pushing for renewable energies. They used to have something called CHPs, which are gas turbines that the gas they was using to do their heating produced electricity, and they powered their stores and sold it back to the grids. But that was very problematic and very expensive to fix. There was $300,000 a unit, and when something went wrong, it was hundreds of thousands of pounds every time.
Yeah.
Now they've gone into, they're putting heat pumps and everything, and they've gone very solar. I mean, it's the way it's all going. But it's all a bit of a lot of the high-tech systems have been going wrong. A lot of them have been working, a lot of them have been going wrong, because it's all just new technologies and old-fashioned technologies like more heating systems like gas, water-based heating systems. They were just, because they would have gone wrong at first, but over the years they perfected them, and that will happen with heat pumps one day.
Yeah, for sure. Good shout, Callum. Yeah, it's a great shout.
Just all tied into obviously a lot of what James was bringing up, again quite rightly, is obviously a lot of this stuff is very expensive, but it's just a case of where it seems at the moment we just need to work out how to make that more achievable. Decoupling is one of the big things. Again, obviously we've said about batteries and stuff like that, but obviously untapped potential of solar panels on warehouses just seems like another really smart, common sense.
Yeah, and the cost of solar has come down a lot since inception.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and obviously we've said about plug-in solar as well, the other week as well. It's all kicking off a bit now.
Yeah. Have you looked more into that, Callum?
No, because the problem with the rental that I live in is that I've not got any plug sockets outside the house. So if I did want to do plug-in solar, I'd have to leave the conservatory doors open or a window open, trail,
Right,
massive
okay.
long extension lead out to the garden. Again, it might be really nice, and again, like it'd be curious to see when they do come about it, like Aldi and Amazon. Might be good to see what they're doing, what the prices are, what reviews are like, and I might reevaluate another point. But no, it does sound really interesting. Again, like, you know, just as a good way to just sort of like power the router, power the fridge. It's just like two things that are always going to get turned on. Like I might as well just offset that from my usage. So anything I'm putting on the grid is something I'm actually doing, like, I don't know, cooking dinner, watching TV. At least that's me actively doing it rather than just like passive stuff. Just seems smart. Also, like fans for summer again. I'd like solar panels to just keep me cool.
Why not?
Do you know what you should do at yours, Rob?
Go on.
Before you fit a heat pump, I should come round and fit a split air conditioning unit in your bedroom.
In my bedroom?
Yeah. Because that's the new builds, that's the most common place you have them. Because...
right, yeah, that's where I want it.
In your bedroom.
Sorry, I was thinking for heating, but
some people
obviously
have them
for
downstairs as well. But I always say to people, just put one in your bedroom because that's where you're going to use it the most at night time when it's stuffy and hot.
AC.
My God, honestly.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about for heating for a second. I was like,
no,
I don't need no heat in my bedroom.
No, for cooling, for cooling. But you could,
sure, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd love an AC in my bedroom.
It would change your life.
Is there like an issue with AC where it like dries your eyes out though?
So it does take moisture out the air. No, it does take moisture out the air, and then so like you have condensation, so it drips and it removes it outside. So it does dry the air out, but you should be all right.
Should be all right.
Yeah.
I definitely want AC in my bedroom, man. That'd be so
you don't
nice
have to have it that intense.
Even though it's only a few weeks a year, those weeks are horrible.
Because it's a new build, it's so well insulated, it would cool the room so quickly. You wouldn't have to have it just running flat out all the time, so it wouldn't dry you out too much.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we'll do that probably at some point.
It's not even that expensive.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
You get like a decent little package unit for about 600 quid.
Yeah.
Or 500 quid if you want a more budget version.
Yeah.
The more pearlescent, nicer looking units are about 6, or just a basic one's about 5.
Yeah, I'll get the cheap one.
Yeah. That's all you need. You don't really, it's just up, you don't notice it. It's just up there, isn't it? So
I just won't tell Kim that there's more expensive, fancier ones out there. Right. New game.
2-2 on aggregate, isn't it?
We're completely changing now, so I don't know if it's worth doing like a big.
You let me down.
I'm
I want to walk away from this a winner.
Sorry.
You still can. It's a brand new game.
I'm joking.
You could be the winner today.
I'm joking.
It's Plumbing Fortunes.
Plumbing Fortunes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just say this is like the final, like whoever wins here type of thing, you know?
Yeah. Well, as this is the final episode of season 1.
Final episode of season 1, guys. It's emotional. What are you going to do without us?
But we'll be back.
What am I going to do without all the hate comments? Don't know if I'm going to be fulfilled in life. I might have to just...
You ain't had that many hate comments.
I might have to just make some controversial comments myself online.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Actually,
Go on.
Last night I was just watching videos on plumbing, and I just kept seeing people with the electric cutter, and then I started looking at the Iox version that mate said about, and then I started thinking, should I get one? And I was like, no, I can't now because I've been too opinionated on it.
that would have been like the perfect end to season 1. It's just you start the season insulting.
He secretly got one, hasn't he? He has got one. He's got it on order.
I've got both versions. I use them all the time, really.
He just when he works with it, he just takes it out and just quickly like hides it.
Yeah, I do.
Doesn't let anyone see him using it.
I cut a sleeve off a jumper and put it on there so it's all like hidden.
No, he cuts like 90% of it with the Inox, and the last little bit he does with the pipes.
Yeah, I do.
That was smart.
It was all a ploy.
Right, let's go, Callum.
All right, are you mentally prepared? Are you seated?
We're ready. Oh, wow.
Look at it. He's in the wrong game.
Oh, look at that. Quality.
Right, so very much similar to Family Fortunes, but we'll be going between the two of you.
On this is love this.
I don't want to know how much time I spent making this one, but
go again. Say that again.
So very much similar to Family Fortunes. So I will be asking you questions. So for this first round, it will be name a common type of radiator fan in UK homes. you will give me an answer. I will see whether the survey and
We
how many
needed little
survey-
buzzers
Hold
over
on,
here.
hold on. Let him speak.
We need
It's fine.
little
You
buzzers.
don't need buzzers.
I'm listening.
I've thought this through. So you don't need buzzers because I'd already set it up to choose someone randomly. So James will be going first on this round, as shown by the lovely little microphone next to James's name.
Yeah.
So if your answer is the top answer, it's the most popular, you will get 5 points. If you get the least popular answer, you will get 1 point.
Yeah.
And obviously that will stagger down between them. So obviously 5 points for number 1, 4 points for number 2, 3 for 3, 2 points for 4, and obviously 1 point for the fifth answer.
Amazing.
So that is it. And we've got 3 rounds of this.
Just very, very quickly, what did you make this on?
This is Scratch. So this is a very basic coding software that
Yeah.
I used when I was at school.
Did you code it or did you like buy
I
code?
did code it.
Well, actually wrote the
I
code?
actually
Oh, well
coded it.
done,
So,
mate. That's amazing.
it's very different to normal coding. It uses like building blocks. So the best way that I can describe it is Lego for coding.
Yeah.
Because I haven't coded in probably about 10 years. So
Yeah. Nice.
I figured I'd
Shout out
do
to
a
Scratch.
simple one.
Is it free?
Yeah, Scratch is free. It's
Lovely.
educational, online as well.
Amazing.
So great piece of software if you're interested in coding.
Quality.
But anyway.
Right, so did you get the rules? Yeah.
Yeah.
The mic's
Looks
next to you.
incredible.
You go first.
Yeah, so James, name me a common type of radiator found in UK homes.
Towel radiator.
How our survey says that was number 4. So Rob, it is now your go. So if you want to give me a common type of radiator.
Common type of radiator found in people's homes. Standard panel rad.
Standard panel rad. Our survey
I got
says.
the top answer.
There you go.
Oh,
So
sorry.
it will just
I
go between the two of you.
get
So then
too
James.
excited.
Like a designer column radiator.
I'm going to press you for an answer on that one.
Say it again, I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
I need you to be a bit more specific on that one.
A cast iron radiator, like a panel radiator. I don't know the specific names. I'm not a radiator merchant.
It's not there, Callum. Give him the buzzer.
Like I just call it a designer rad. You
All
know?
right, fine. Okay, I'll let you have that one then. Fine. You've said designer. That's what I wanted.
There you go.
There we go.
God,
So
we're
Rob,
getting down to it now, aren't we? I will say column radiator.
there we go.
Did I just say that?
That's why I
No,
needed
but
you to
they're
be
different.
more specific.
You said designer column radiator, but they're two different things.
I will not stand for that slander on my game.
Panel radiator, column radiator, designer radiator, towel radiator. Pass.
Oh, he's taking the punt.
Oh. Okay. One more common type of radiator found in UK homes. It's not a panel radiator, designer radiator, column radiator, or towel rail. So it's going to be. I don't know. I'm actually a bit stuck as well, but
This one is a bit like
I've got a
Niche.
I might
I'll
come
say
back in
cast
here.
iron radiator.
Double panel radiator.
it's not a double panel radiator.
Shit.
An electric.
Whoa, James,
Radiator?
James, it's not your turn, mate.
Oh, sorry.
Electric radiator.
It is not electric radiator.
Designer rad, column rad, towel rad, panel rad. Everyone watching this is probably going to be going, "It's this! Come on, it's this."
It is the most niche, just remember that.
Most niche. Like a vertical hung radiator.
It is not a vertical hung radiator. James is locked out now.
Oh, you're out. And it's my turn.
You've
Can I
got
get it?
you've only got one more.
One more guess. I did wonder what was going to happen, like how long this was going to go for. I was just going to be here forever.
No, I loved it down to Peru.
It's like getting grey on set.
Right, let me think. Am I allowed to Google stuff?
You know, I did Google as well.
Shut that laptop.
Right, design. Okay,
Keep an eye on those
come on.
hands, James.
Come on. Skirting board radiator.
Skirting board radio. Oh,
that's
that's
a
a really
great
good answer,
shout.
but it's not. So the answer I was looking for that last one was portable radiator.
Portable
like the
radiator.
Rolly ones.
Oh,
That's fine. We'll
Who
move
are
on
these
to-
people that have given these responses? I mean, most of them are fine, but portable radiator,
Yeah.
come on.
That person's random. That person's random.
Did you say it was one response gave that?
It was, I think it was a couple.
Ah.
Couple. There weren't many. It was
Not many.
a pretty small number. So for round 2, I want a reason a radiator isn't heating up properly. And James, you are starting this round again.
Thermostatic radiator valve is sticky.
It's number 4.
14 people. How many people were asked? Like 100?
I think it was 100.
Mm.
Proper vibes from a different
Mm.
couple shows.
Mm.
Right, so Rob, what is your answer?
Trapped air.
Up there?
Damn it. Blatantly going to be number 1.
It is number 1.
Of course it is.
Number
Why
one
am I
again.
not thinking of these? So obvious.
Come on, James, you can put it back.
Not balanced correctly.
Not balanced correct. That's a good answer. Number 2.
Okay. Reason a radiator. Sludge build-up.
Sludge build-up is a good answer as well.
Oh, it's the
3.
bottom one again. The unobvious one again. The unobvious one should be the most points, really, I suppose,
It should be back. See, we should have done pointless. Clearly, we should have done pointless.
Well, is that like this, but the other way around?
Yeah, pointless is you need to come up with the most niche answer for the most points.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Well, you
like,
could just turn this into that.
There we
couldn't you?
go. We know for next season it will be pointless.
Undersized radiator.
That's a good answer, but it's not undersized radiator.
That is a good answer. God, come on. Can't even think of anything. What else could it be? I don't know. I haven't got anything.
I'm gonna press you for 10 seconds.
Oh shit. It's
Ooh.
installed the wrong way around and the flow diverter is
Another good
something.
answer. It's another good answer, but it's not that. James, we're back to you.
There's a circulation issue other than the radiator, like there's a blockage or the pump's gone.
I'm going to press you slightly more for an answer, and I will point you to answer 3 as well on your. So we've already had sludge and build up. So I'm just going to let you know that's not the answer for this one.
There's a zonal 3-port valve malfunctioned, or the pump's failed, or there's a blockage on one of the valves.
It is not that, but you are getting closer. Rob, we're back to you.
blocked.
This niche one is always really hard.
It's something along the lines of blocked.
No, I wouldn't. I will cut that off at the
Piped
hip
up,
now.
it's piped up incorrectly.
Rob has already answered that
Oh, has
one.
he?
So I'm going to be very nice and just not
Give you another chance.
give you a chance there.
So it's like a circulation issue. It's a restriction. The valve's just been shut.
We've got faulty and stuck valve.
Oh yeah.
Giving
It's
you
not
your
heating up
last opportunity.
properly.
Something's someone's put something in front of it, so it's like
That is a good answer. That is not it.
someone's blocked it in.
You're out, James.
Sorry.
Come
on, Rob.
Could it be? I don't know. We've had all the answers. What could it be? What could it be? I haven't got anything. You're just gonna have to buzz me
Pulling
out.
the blank. Oh. The answer I was looking for was low boiler pressure.
Low boiler
Ah.
Why I was like trying to. You said
Right.
pump, and I was
That's a
like,
good
it's
niche
so
one.
close.
That's a
Yeah.
good niche one. That's good.
pressure. 5 people said that.
Yeah. All right. James, you are starting this one, and we are looking for what do homeowners care about most when choosing a new radiator?
Complete and utterly what it looks like, the design of it,
The design? That is number 2.
Style.
style.
I'm gonna say, what do people care most about? That it works.
That it works.
That it heats the room. Effectively.
Yeah, go on. I'll let you have that one. Heat output.
Heat output. Okay, yeah. That's what I meant.
Efficiency.
Efficiency is not one I've got.
I want the top answer. What do most people care about when choosing a new radiator? I'm gonna go against my own personal best interests here and say price.
That is a tough answer.
People will stop caring about price so much, just think more about quality, style, design.
Lifespan.
Just pay whatever
Lifespan, that is a good answer, but I don't have lifespan, I'm afraid.
Okay. What the most people care about when choosing a new radiator is going to be colour.
Colour? That is an answer. We have colour. James, can you find number 3?
Size.
There we go.
Yeah, mate.
There we go. And that's it. That is all of the rounds. So our winner is...
This guy! I won.
There you go.
Well done.
It was very, very, very heavily radiator.
Yeah,
I love the
I
design
think
there, though, Callum. That's fantastic.
It was definitely skewed in my favour, Callum. Well done for that. Bonus.
Yeah, no, it was a good one to design. It was very fun to code and stuff, and obviously it meant I just got to play around because obviously it's not like just Google stuff, and I weren't using other people's stuff. So no, that is that.
Enjoyed that. Well done, mate.
Good.
So next up, we got the gas analyzer response.
Lovely.
Yeah, let's take a look at that, mate.
So we got a fair few answers on this one, and
Did this one get everyone commenting?
we got a fair few comments.
I thought it might.
We got a fair few comments. So we have our answer. We've got a couple different ways we can look at this actually. So Anton got mentioned the most and got mentioned 9 times, so that took 27%. Testo got mentioned 8 times and took 24%. Kane got mentioned 9, to 21% of the shares. TPI, I don't think you mentioned that one.
No.
That got 4 mentions. Sauerman?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. That got 3 mentions. EI UK took 1, and then Draper took 1. So the other way I wanted to look at this was how they felt about it. So Sauerman, although it got mentioned only 3 times, it was everything that got said about it was positive. No one said anything bad about it.
Right.
Anton had 8 positive comments and 1 negative one. TPI, 3 positive comments and 1. Testo was 5 positive comments and then 3 negatives. And then Kane got dragged a little bit, I'm going to be honest. Had 3 positives and then 4 negative comments. So,
Interesting. The 2 best are definitely Testo and Kane. People prefer Kane because they're cheaper to get calibrated and they're cheaper to buy and cheaper to repair, whereas Testo are clearly superior to all of the other brands, but they break a lot and they're expensive. And when they do break, they're expensive to fix, but they're just... The others are like a kid's toy compared to a Testo is like a supercomputer.
Right.
Well, the one I've got is, isn't it?
So based on the responses then, what is the best analyzer brand?
See, this is
It's
kind
Testo.
of it's kind of where I was struggling.
It's definitely Testo.
Yeah, but I'm saying based on the responses.
So based on the responses, I would say that Anton was the best because it had the most mentions and most of them were positive. Testo again got mentioned pretty much the same amount of times, but it was very mixed opinions on it.
Yeah.
Obviously, as I said, Salmon was just straight praise, but there was only 3 comments on it, so I would have said Anton.
Yeah. Purely objectively, based on the responses, the people were saying Anton.
Yeah,
I've not heard of any of them ever. So I have zero opinion on it.
Anton and Kane are at like the same level. They're like
what
budget range.
Using?
Testo, like Anton and Kane, like budget range.
You're biased.
It's not about bias. It's factual. Like Testo is like, listen, it is.
Let me say though, like if it was factual, right, and it was just a known fact that this one is the best, then why do people?
That's
like,
how
buy
you've
the
got
other
like
ones?
it's like 50. Yeah, because like I said, because they're cheap. Like so, what's a better car? A Audi or a basic range like Ford? Or a Vauxhall. What is the better car?
I have a rebuttal to that. It really depends on what you're using the car for.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Because-
this is the thing. So I understand why a lot of people like, if my Testo ever broke, now I'm self-employed, I might buy an Anton or a Kane, probably a Kane, because
it's cheaper.
like I said, they're cheaper, they're easier to repair and stuff. But if I was earning a lot more or work for a company that was buying it all for me, there's just no doubt you'd buy Testo.
What are the negative comments about the Testo?
So, as I say,
It'll be repair price and calibration price.
so this guy apparently went to that Sauerman brand from Testo, said it's awesome, much more affordable, and has a flexible probe. Smirky face. Highly recommended. So he's obviously jumped ship from Testo. Someone saying here that he used a Testo 510i, lost ages on batteries, and then said that Anton isn't bad either. This person talking about two different Testos, Testo 327 and a Testo 510. Always been good. I always also use these accessories with them from eBay, and then sent like a picture of some hook magnet thing.
Nice.
Locked into a 10-year deal with Kane, and we're working with a 50% failure rate. Thumbs up. Again, Kane's been good. Takes ages to zero if needed though. Went from Kane 458, which to a TPI, which wish I hadn't. So not positive. All do the same job. It's just the stupid price they charge to have it calibrated, just a rip off.
Look, someone's put Testo Bentley. Look, exactly what I'm trying to say. Anton Toyota, Kane Ford. So this guy knows what he's talking about. TRI Vauxhall.
Fair enough.
Trust me.
I get you.
Was a Kane man. Now
You
he's
can
an
buy
Anton.
budget Testos, and you can buy budget Antons, but when you go into the higher range, more specialist stuff, there's no comparison with Testo.
Yeah.
This person went from Testo and moved over to TPI. So I don't know.
But I mean-
as you said, very controversial.
For the basic analyzer, though.
Plenty of people just Anton.
Yeah,
so I
'cause-
suppose basically what people are saying is, like, when you assess it across the board,
Yeah.
like when you include price as part of the assessment, then Anton's probably best. But if you don't care about price, then Testo.
It's also what you're using them for. So if I was just doing domestic all day, every day, then you only really need a Kane or an Anton or a basic Testo version. And like with some of the Kane ones, that you can just put 4 AA batteries in them. You don't have to charge them, and they're battery powered, and all you need is it to do real basic testings. When you move up to commercial, you're doing more combustion analysis, because you're tuning and playing around with combustion figures and setting boilers, where you don't do that in domestic. You fit a boiler and you just put a probe in and make sure it's not going over a certain level and it's legal. When you're like, yeah, that's done. You don't adjust gas valves, whereas in commercial, you actually adjust gas valves and play with ratios. So for the domestic industry, you can just have a basic one. It's like a laptop. If you're like running a small business, you only just need a basic laptop. If you're like a high-end corporation, top-level person, you're going to have like a extreme like HP notebook or something.
Yeah, for sure. Well, depending on what you're doing on it as well.
Of course.
Like if you're editing video, for example, like Callum does, you need a more powerful laptop.
Exactly.
Whereas all I do is like video calls or just go online or emails or whatever. So I just need a basic Chromebook.
Exactly.
It's just what you use it for.
And sometimes, like, even though you're a high-end business owner, some people might say, and this is the same as the analyzer debate, some people might say, I had a well-intense laptop with an amazing processor, but it was too much.
Yeah,
it took ages I'd prefer a basic.
Yeah, so I just don't need it, because I just don't do that type of work. Like I'm just having meetings on there and like doing emails. Like you just need something really basic.
And that's the same as these boys here. Like, so they're like, I completely understand, and I agree with them about Anton and Testo and Kane and things. Like, if I was just doing domestic all day, you don't want some over technical analyzer that's got so much electrical bits on it. Like Testo are so high tech, some of them, like the one I've got, it's going to be more prone to break. Yeah, it's like a smartphone built into it, and you can email and send Bluetooth, whereas the Anton, it's just like a digital basic version that just does what you need.
Yeah, that
and
makes
sometimes
sense.
that's all you need.
So Testo is effectively like the most high end, the most high tech, got the most features, the most functionality, and then you've got to pay the price for that. Whereas if you don't need all of that stuff, by the sounds of things, out of the rest of them,
they're the better version.
Anton is the way to go.
Yeah, definitely. Or Kane. A lot of people love Kane.
Well, not these people.
To be fair, like I said, if I was
we didn't get much because we had 3 positive for Kane and 4 negative. So more people were saying bad things about Kane than good on our little thing.
And also, every year you have to get them calibrated to make sure that they're reading the right levels. And Testo are quite expensive. Like you send it away and it's like 150 quid or something, and it can be taken on. They do an express service, which is even more. Whereas Anton and Kane, I think they're like English brands, so you get it back quicker and it's a lot cheaper. So that's a big. I mean,
one person on there though did say, I'm not trying to disparage Kane in any way. I've got no affiliation to any brand of analyzer whatsoever. But one person on there did say that they're in a 10-year deal with Kane and they've got a 50% failure rate.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a shame.
You can be unlucky. Do you know what? I've had about 10 analysers over the years, and you can just be unlucky. I remember years ago, before technology got to where it is now, like I'd had a real nice Testo, and I had it for maybe a year or two, and then something went wrong with it, and I think it was about $1,000, and I sent it away to get calibrated, and they come back and it was like, yes, £700 to fix it.
Right.
So I was just like, fuck, I might as well buy a new one.
Yeah.
Just get a new one. You can just be unlucky with them. Then other ones, I had like a basic version that it lasted me forever until it just got so old I stopped using it because I'd been given another one, and that just never had a problem with it. It's all just luck of the draw. They are technical machines.
Yeah. Fair play, man. Fair play.
Well, it's like what you were talking about earlier before we started about warranties and stuff like that. Like, if anything's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong quickly.
Usually goes wrong quickly, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the laptop comparison is a really good one. Because as you said, like obviously from like a video editing standpoint, most of these laptops cannot hold a charge at all. So it's like, if you're at and about, nowhere near a charger, and you had like a big old video editing laptop, you're going to be stuffed because it's like, I've got no battery, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
So
everything's got its own little niche for the individual, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And obviously, when you're speaking to like office buds like me and Callum, you've got to like translate it into office speak, like computers and laptops and shit.
I just love an analogy. Like recently, I just can't stop giving analogies, like comparing them to cars and all stuff like that. It's just because for certain people, it's easier to understand where I'm trying to come across.
Definitely.
Man.
Definitely.
Perfect.
100%.
Perfect.
Right, should we wrap up episode 10 of season 1?
Episode 10.
We're going on hiatus. Is that
emotional?
Right word?
Yeah, I think
hiatus
on a pause.
Pause. I was trying to use a fancy word.
I don't know.
I don't know. It
We're
could mean
hibernating
anything.
now because it's the summer.
I just heard it at a certain point.
Just to have like an asterisk that just says hiatus actually means this.
Yeah, I have no idea what it actually means. But yeah, anyway, let's wrap up.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I just sort of wanted to just have like a little moment just to sort of like just touch upon what we thought were like the most fun stories, most fun aspects of like the past season. So if there's any stories that you thought were quite funny, just to sort of like...
Well, I loved Rob's Eon battle because I know he loves the battle, and I'm glad he won as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Cheers for that, mate.
No.
Appreciate that.
And it was nice seeing him on the benders. Put in some nice sets there.
I thought you meant like out on the piss for a minute then.
I can't remember that part of the episode.
Yeah, the pipe benders, that was good, wasn't it? I'm trying to think now. I can't think. Definitely the games, man.
Definitely.
Like all the games. Callum has absolutely smashed it on the games, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like that latest one as well, that's a real highlight. I hope the people like it because that was fun. We just might need to just flip it on its head and do it the other way around, innit? Like the pointless way around. Like the hardest answer gets the most points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
I loved at the start as well when we had the Milwaukee cutting debate as well. And now, after all this time, towards the end of our first season, I'm now got one in my screw fix bucket. I'm not even joking. Look, I started getting like roped in last night. It's bad, isn't it?
Oh, you're screw. I thought what's a screw fix bucket?
I'm not even joking.
Now.
Look, I started catting out last night thinking, maybe I might just buy one fucking... Because I just love tools. Even like people are right on there. Look, see.
Yeah, so you added it to your basket on there, ready to check out. Just buy it,
I'm gonna... Listen, I have had one, but...
Wait, don't buy it. Let's we'll hit up Andre, see if we get a discount.
Yeah, I'll just buy one. But I did have one, but I gave it to one of my mates, so I was never using it. But yeah, you just can't have enough gadgets, can you?
He's been won over.
And I had one last question for a debate one for the audience this week, and I was going to change it up a bit this week, and I was going to say, what's like a common mistake? You know, we all make mistakes out there, but what's a common thing we do where... As plumbing and heating engineers, where you may I'm not sure, like leave one radiator air bleed just undone when you're filling up the system. I've done that many years ago. It's gone up there, it's been dripping down. Like, oh God, thank God I checked that. Not shutting off stopcocks properly. I mean, I've froze pipe before many years ago and the ice cubes popped out on me. Luckily, it was a commercial building. You know, we've all done it. What's a common thing we make mistakes on to pass on this knowledge for the up-and-coming engineers so they don't make them as well, you know?
Yeah, that's a great one, mate. Yeah, so they don't make the same mistakes.
Just silly things we've done. Like, we all do it. And, you know, it's funny, like, sometimes
help out the youngsters.
Yeah.
Quality. Nice one, mate. Great one to end on.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Comment and subscribe, lads.